The Alberta NDP and the previous progressive conservative government have had a real problem with public sector spending. If you take a look at this graph from a report that the Fraser Institute issued just a few years back, public sector growth outpaced both private sector growth within the province of Alberta and public sector growth countrywide. And it's much worse now. The PCs were bad for increasing public sector jobs and spending, but the NDP are really taking the cake. Public sector job growth skyrocketed immediately after the NDP won their majority government, and now the Sunshine List has been released. It's an annual record of the salaries of public sector employees, and this year the cutoff was $125,000. In 2015 alone, close to 500 names were added to that list, resulting in millions more taxpayer dollars going into our already bloated system. Where's the highest spending? Alberta Health Services. Salaries of public employees in the AHS system that total over $125,000 on the Sunshine List are equal to about $359 million, with the highest salary being paid to CEO Verna Yu at over $573,000 a year. And even though the Workers' Compensation Board salary totals were much lower, President and CEO Guy Kerr was the highest earner and brought in over $896,000. That's much more than even Rachel Notley herself makes, showing just how outrageous public salaries can get in Alberta. We know that public sector salaries can range from 10% more and much further beyond when compared with private sector salaries. But if you compare the top earner in Alberta to his equivalent in BC, Kerr makes hundreds of thousands of dollars more. Notley and the NDP have pledged to implement compensation frameworks and have tabled Bill 19 to assist in doing so. But Joe Ceci had a difficult time answering whether he thought outrageous salaries were inappropriate. Here.
The work is being done ongoing at this point in time, so it'd probably be inappropriate to comment on whether it's appropriate or not until the full information's been gathered and reviewed and set.
Ceci's comments make it incredibly hard to believe that the NDP are actually going to rein in on public spending, especially when you combine his comments with the fact that the Alberta government is now borrowing money to keep up with daily operations in the healthcare system. The NDP's outrageous public sector spending is just another indication of how incompetent they are. In an already bloated system, the first logical place to look to cut costs would be the public sector. Instead, the NDP have increased spending. But why cut costs when they can just buy more union votes from their buddies come next election using your money? For the Rebel.media, I'm Holly Nicholas.
Thanks for watching. Click here to never miss a Rebel update. Want even more of the Rebel? Well, click here to become a premium member.